Hello students, welcome back to again another episode, and today we are going to learn revision for chapter 3 sustainability of the environment. Again, before I start, I would like to repeat this thing. It's a mantra slogan. In order to get the most out of the video, you can pause the video and try to do by yourself first, but as you pause, I will just continue to teach lah. You feel free to pause the video and try to do by yourself first. This is the best, and it's like free tuition. Okay, you first you try by yourself first. And to those that want to enjoy the video, I will just continue. Figure 1 show 3 bottle A, B, C containing water sample. Okay, you want to understand the question. River water, pond water, distilled water. What chapter is this? Sustainability environment. 1 cl of methyl blue solution is added into each bottle that is stored in a dark place. The time take for the methyl blue oxygen to decolorize is recorded. State the meaning of biochemical oxygen demand. BOD, 1 mark. So this one is a straightforward question, okay? So BOD, biochemical oxygen demand, means a total amount of oxygen required by organism, such as bacteria, fungi, to break down organic matter. So there are certain oxygen that is needed in order to perform something. Without oxygen, there is no process. For example, without carbon dioxide, there can be no photosynthesis unless there is some way you can provide carbon, oxygen, and so on. And for energy that we use, we are talking about respiration. We need oxygen in order to breathe, in order for respire to produce energy. When I run, I need to breathe more, so that I use more oxygen to make energy. But if I breathe less, means I use lesser energy. And you cannot say I want to run fast, but I still want the same oxygen. That cannot be. That is still possible, but the body will take oxygen from your body. When you run too much until you breathe also, you don't have enough oxygen. They will use some of oxygen from your body. But tomorrow you will feel muscle pain because you need to give back the oxygen to your muscle cell. So, but it is very healthy. That's some example, but it's impossible to do something that you don't require. You don't want oxygen, but you want to produce energy. Like fire, you want to burn it, you need oxygen. You don't oxygen means it impossible to burn. So there is a certain amount of oxygen. So BOD means there is a certain of oxygen needed for the breaking down of the matter. You don't give oxygen, it just won't work. Like I throw the bacteria to the space and a banana, and I maybe it will become something else or what due to the sun ray, but the bacteria cannot break down the matter until it get the element of oxygen to do it. Okay, so state the manipulated variable and the responding variable. So there are show 3 types of water. Each of these water got different amount of oxygen. Okay, the least oxygen probably will be the pond water, and the river water should be okay lah, the oxygen, because okay, so distilled water probably has the least oxygen. River water and pond water will have more oxygen, because the thing is, usually river water and the pond water, they got some plant. Okay, they got some plant in the water, so you actually got more oxygen. Distilled water, you got less oxygen or almost no oxygen. Sorry, I confused already. I thought distilled water is the boil water. Okay, distilled water is not boil water. Okay, distilled water is the clean water. So this one also got a lot of oxygen. Okay, why we want to say the water got oxygen? Because actually when let's say I put a fish here, the fish will continue to live. Okay, the fish will live but if I take something to close the thing and I wait for tomorrow, the fish will die because the oxygen cannot go in. When we are talking about oxygen, we want to talk like the water got oxygen or not. And sometimes if got plant, then got oxygen. But even got no plant, the fish aquarium will still survive, correct? Now you got fish at home. So there's a fish at home, and this is your aquarium. So if you put guppy fish, it will probably survive, unless you close it. But sometimes you put a lot of fish, it will die because there's too many fish. You need oxygen, so you buy a pump. So the pump will the water, okay? So when you the air bubble actually create more surface area, so more oxygen is being absorbed into the sea, into the aquarium. If not, the oxygen only go from on the top. So you can see that when your fish start to die, your fish go out and try to get the air, get the oxygen. Because there's no more oxygen in the water tank, you need to buy the water pump. So there is air into the aquarium, and the fish can get more oxygen from the pump. So water, but in order to remove the oxygen, you can boil the water. If you boil the water, there will be no oxygen. That's why some people say, boil water, you got no oxygen. But you wait it cold lah. After it cold, then it will still absorb the oxygen. Then you still got the oxygen. That's why I don't know whether some people tell me drink water is warm water is healthy or hot water is healthy. But I find no research that say that a person drink warm water or hot water, it is healthier than a person that drink cold water. You go and Google and see. Actually, there a lot of Chinese people say that drink tea or warm water is healthy. But when I go Google and search, I didn't see any research about hot. In fact, sometimes drink hot water, it is not good for the health. I don't know lah, Google say lah, but you can go and search it lah. So it doesn't really matter. Drink slightly cold water also, I think it doesn't really matter to your body. Most important, the water is clean, full with mineral and so on. Of course, distilled water we also don't want to drink because there is no nutrient into it, okay? River water and pond water, both of these got salt, got solution, more dirty and got more mineral. So this one, the oxygen is lesser, okay? Sorry, this oxygen is lesser. This one will be slightly more because it is a distilled water. And if boiling water, this one will say no oxygen, okay? Just now I confused. I thought distilled water is boiling water. I looked at it wrongly. Okay, so we need, okay, this question is tricky. What we want to know, actually this question he didn't say what he want, but actually what he want is he want to analyze which water got more oxygen. That is the purpose of this experiment. So manipulated variable, the thing that you want to change in this experiment, the one that you want to test. So the thing that you want to test will be the type of water, okay? Type of water or location of water, whatever lah, location of water or type of water, okay? Type of water. And then responding variable is the time taken for the methyl blue orange to decolorize. If decolorize more slow, means got more oxygen. If decolorize faster, means got less oxygen. Okay, there's something that you need to know. So responding variable, time for the what? Methyl blue solution, methyl blue solution to decolorize. Okay, so this will be the responding variable, something that I want to change. So we need to see it as a whole experiment, like what is the hypothesis. Let's say I say the hypothesis is, for this experiment, the hypothesis will be, for example, distilled water has more oxygen as compared to river water and pond water. That's the hypothesis. Hypothesis means assumption. You assume distilled water got more oxygen, river water and pond water got less. How you know? How you know? You say only how you know. Okay, now I do a test. I take 3 bottles. My manipulated variable is the 3 different type of water, and I'm going to use methylene blue solution. If it decolorize slower, means it will be there is more oxygen, for example. So after that he want to do then the procedure blah blah blah, he put AB3, he repeat it, constant variable, maybe we want to put the volume of water and the volume of, here didn't ask lah, the volume of the methylene blue solution. Correct or not? I cannot take so much water and little bit methylene. I cannot take a lot of methylene, then suddenly I use a small water, then the experiment become not fair. Control variable means you want to control. People say, hey, you simply say only, you simply do only. Your experiment also not fair. One use so small water, one so big water. So there is a fallacy in terms of your procedure. So people say your experiment cannot one lah. So that's why we do the control variable. Okay. I use same jar. So you got no reason say that I use the volume water not same. I will use the same value of methylene blue solution. So you cannot say I cheat you. Then again you want to be more specific. I want to use the same shop, same brand, Envy brand. Later you say one I use Envy brand, later you say one I use the X brand. So the control variable is to control so that your experiment will be legit. It will be a fair, logical thing that we do the experiment. Okay, but here didn't ask lah, I just tell you so that you understand about the control variable. Is a or constant variable, the thing that constant cannot change. Why? We want to make the experiment real, can do lah. If not, then how you want to do? Mark correct the bottle contain materials which take the longest to decolorize. So the longest to decolorize will be distilled water. The reason is because it got the most oxygen. Okay, explain your answer. Let me change to blue pen. Explain your answer. How many marks for this question? So this question is probably, he didn't say, but I would say it is 2 marks, for example. So the first mark we can say that distilled water how to say, distilled water is the most pure water. It does not contain any mineral or dissolved substance, anything lah, means don't have anything inside except for H2O water. Okay, so they say that it don't have any mineral or any physical dissolved substance or polluted substance, anything lah, or physical particle, up to you, because it's science. Okay, you need to answer, not memorize. If you memorize my answer, then you cannot run, because how many questions you want to memorize? You need to use your answer. Okay, distilled water means the most pure water. Is inside it got nothing. Okay, it doesn't have anything. So because of that, it will dissolve most oxygen. Okay, it will dissolve more oxygen. You use your own word lah, compared to pond water and river water. Therefore, it take longer time for got no place to write, for methylene blue to decolorize. Okay, something like that. So that will be the answer. I think this is not an easy question lah, because it's really not easy, because you need to know what is methylene blue solution for. Is to test the concentration of oxygen in the water. So if you don't know this one, then very difficult to answer this question. But who knows, it's a K-bar question, then it will just ask in the exam. They can ask you many things. Okay, so this is a hard question. Sometimes in the exam there's a easy question, there's a hard question. It's a normal thing. In exam usually got 100 question. If I'm not mistaken, 40 question will be the easy one, 40 question will be the moderate one, 20 question will be the super hard question. So that there will be no student get 100 marks. Okay, this super hard question, 20 or 10 question, is also hard for the top student. So the top student also won't get. So this last 10 question is for us to determine the clever student, which one is the most clever from the clever student. And we also make some easy questions so that the student that is weak, they also can score a certain point. Okay, we don't want to every question hard, then all the student also get 0. I mean the school system is like that, the exam system is like that. We don't want, to evaluate, and also we want to help students to get a certain mark for their exam. So that is for the question. If you don't have anything, you can leave at a comment below. Again, this is a tough question. If you don't know, then it's okay. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you next time. Thank you and bye bye.